Oh my gosh, we're live.
We are?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't do my countdown. I must have hit the other button when I was.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Em accidentally sent us live before she meant to, so I didn't get a countdown or anything.
You know, normally it's like 60 buttons, but this time.
This time it was just full send on the first click.
Yeah.
Well, right now it has me on ads, so I can't even like see. I'm curious to see the setup that you have us with today.
Yeah.
For the cams. There we go. Look at us. Well, good morning, Flip Fam. Girl gang here.
Hey.
So, unfortunately, we don't have a special guest today. We were trying to get Will from the Will. Oh, you guys can't see it on this view. It's okay.
Wait.
We were trying to get him to come in because he doesn't live too far from us to be our special guest today, but he wasn't able to make it. Backed up with some work. But I'm sure you have noticed Rob is not here. Last week we told you guys that he had a family emergency. So he wasn't here last week for that. And then as things unfolded and we learned a little bit more, this week we felt comfortable sharing a little bit more with you guys. So Rob's dad passed away unexpectedly last week. So that's why he wasn't here all last week. His dad owned an electric business that Rob worked in for a season. And he's actually been helping with that business for the last, month and a half or so probably. He just felt like God put it on his heart to help his parents and whatever they needed. And that is where they said they could use some help. And so he has been helping with that business, and what a blessing, because he was able to get refamiliarized with the business, and he's able to help his mom in this season because his dad was really the one that was the face of the business, got sales for the business, did estimates and all of that stuff. So Rob is stepping in to kind of help make sure that keeps rolling for his family. And so we don't really know what the timeline looks like on that, but Rob, he's been here a couple times since then. He was here yesterday. He's supposed to be here today, so he's going to be in and out. But you honestly might not see him too much for a little bit until they can make sure that business is fine and running smooth without him, or with him being there minimally. So you'll be seeing a little bit more of me in some of our videos. We did talk yesterday about Rob maybe after the beginning of the year coming in and doing some videos here and there for us, and then potentially scheduling some time so he can join us for Coffee with Flip at least. So we're still trying to figure out what that stuff looks like, but just wanted to give you guys an update on that, because Rob not being on Coffee with Flip for 2 weeks in a row, we know that there would be wandering minds. So just wanted to give you guys that update. And yes, and Faith is busy today shipping, so we couldn't have her with us today. We had a call off, and then we had somebody that had to leave for a meeting and come back, and we're just dealing with all these routine adjustments and stuff, finding our new flow. And so Faith really needed to stay in shipping today, and Will couldn't make it, so you got the girl gang today.
And we're going to try our very best.
Yeah, we'll try our best. We did make note of some things that we can go over and chat with you guys about, but feel free to leave us lots of questions in the chat. That always helps us keep the conversation going, and we love when you guys chat with us, to be honest. So drop your questions. I'll answer what I can. There are things I will say is beyond my wisdom, because I am not Rob, but I'll definitely answer anything that I feel like I can answer. So yeah, there's that. Em, can you give us a rundown of who we have in the chat so far?
Oh my goodness, let's see. Last week I forgot how to do this. Ooh, I also want to set my chat to live chat because I didn't do that yet. We've got Guppy Joe, we've got Donnie Main, we've got Princess HMS, we've got Isaac, Cody, who else do we have? Who else is hiding out there? Looks like we've got Anna Banana, And I think that's it. We've kind of got a slow rolling morning. We got 25 people on right now, so.
But not very chatty.
Yeah,
Maybe they're busy.
They're not very chatty this morning.
They're probably Christmas shopping.
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, a little update on Coffee with Flip 2. What?
Donnie, I said in the thing, please chat with us, I'm begging. And she said, I have no questions. I am brain dead today.
I feel that.
Hey, Lowell's in here too.
Lowell Ron.
Yeah.
Woo! And wait, Cody sent us a super chat.
He did. Oh yeah, he did. And I liked it. I just didn't.
Thanks, Cody. We appreciate it. So a little other update with Coffee with Flip. So this will be the last one for this year. Initially, we were going to try and do one for the next 2 weeks. But especially with Rob not being here and just the holiday schedule in general, it's a lot less stress for us just to not do it for the next 2 weeks. So welcome to the last Coffee with Flip of 2025.
That's
Thank
crazy.
you for being here. And then after the beginning of the year, we'll see what that looks like. Hopefully Rob can join us and everything continues as normal for Coffee with Flip.
Yeah.
Our goal is to for sure keep it going. Even if he can't join us, it just might look a little bit different. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Also, you want to give them a little plug for the Will M?
Hey guys, let me switch the camera on.
This is our
the
special
Will.
guest.
We were joking beforehand that we needed a camera specifically for the wheel. So here we are. If you haven't, have you dropped the link yet? I can find it.
No, I didn't drop it.
We will be dropping a link. If not, it's always in the description. And we do a little giveaway every single week. Leather, something that I didn't think about. Are me and you doing rock, paper, scissors like this?
Yeah, we are.
Is this my
It's
first
the only
rock,
way.
paper, scissors?
It is.
Wow, what a way. So, yeah, link is dropped in the chat. Go ahead and fill that out. You don't have to be a member to win, but me and Leather will go head to head in a rock, paper, scissors battle. So if you want to see that, stay tuned for the end. But until then, please continue chatting.
Yes. It's okay if you can only lurk too. That's fine. But if you can chat, we would love it. So obviously with like everything that's been going on here, I've been having to learn a lot of new things. So yesterday I submitted my first fish order ever. Monday I was putting it together. Yesterday Rob came and he like double checked it. So that was interesting, trying to figure that out because I'd never done one before. I kind of had like an idea, like I knew for sure how to tell like what we needed. But man, let me tell you, putting together an order is, it takes some brain power, that's for sure. Because like you're trying to look at the different countries and what's available and the prices and also what we need. And then, making the most of box space to maximize our shipping cost. And it was a lot to think through, guys. But I did it. I got my first order submitted. Today I'll be doing my first plant order ever. So I learned this week that on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. is when we get our plant availability sheets. And the order is due tomorrow morning by 11 a.m. And I'm like, well, that doesn't leave me a whole lot of time.
Not very much.
I mean, it's really not. So that gives me 3 hours that I'm here technically. The thing is like I'm the go-to right now for everybody's questions. And so
Yeah.
that digs into the time.
Leather's probably half of her day is just talking to people.
Yeah.
Whether she wants to or not.
The carpet in my office, I mean, it's old and dingy anyway, but like I think it's getting a trail. Just like straight right in front of my desk.
Which I do think it's funny because I feel like most of the time now everybody knows that everybody keeps talking to you and everybody's like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I know, but there's no one else to go to.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's been fine. Like last week I was a little stressed out just like trying to make sure that all of our bases were covered. We didn't do an import or a fish order or a plant order last week, so that like was definitely helpful, but it was just like it was kind of a lot, you know, a lot of new stuff on our plate, and just trying not to ask Rob anything if we didn't absolutely have to, because we just wanted to give him that space.
Yeah.
This week I'm feeling a whole lot better.
Which I was going to say, speaking of new things that you're doing,
What's the other new thing?
our first video went out together
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah. My first weekly walkthrough.
Did you guys watch it?
Yeah, did you watch
Please
it?
let us know what you thought, because I thought it was really good. We talked about oddballs,
Yeah.
which I was thinking we didn't talk about the bamboo shrimp, but I don't think I knew that we actually still had those.
Yeah, I didn't realize we still have as many as we do.
Yeah.
So those will go back into stock this week.
Yeah, so if you guys want those ginormous bamboo shrimp that were in a members only video.
I did see that Donnie Main asked about the toothpick fish. Did we end up?
I did drop it in the Discord for any of our members, and Donnie, I do think you're a member.
So yeah, what did we end up doing with that? Like, it's not active yet, but we have a few that we'll sell.
Yeah, we were trying to see if the members wanted them first, which I don't think I got anything yet.
We literally have like 3 or 4 right now. So
Yeah.
members, if you would like them, Donnie, if you would like them, please send us a message on Discord. We can just like invoice you for them and everything. And I would love to get that tank empty.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that we just never, the listing just wasn't live. So you guys get first dibs.
Isaac said that it was too short. Isaac, it actually almost was too short to even be monetized.
I think the
we
problem.
didn't realize that.
I think part of the problem is I talk really fast.
Yeah, I think that you give like very good informational, concise. Like, I thought that all your like, yeah, you do just do it pretty fast. Like everything was.
I think
under a
it's because I
minute.
get nervous.
But I also don't think that people can tell that you get nervous because.
I told Em, I was like, just slow down the clips.
Well, it's funny because most of the time what I do is like cut out all those ums and
Yeah.
that do tend to happen. And then I think you were like, well, just put them back in.
You
I was
put 'em
like,
back.
well, I can't exactly do that now. We're kind of past that point.
Yeah. I mean, I am not like. I think the biggest thing is like I just get afraid of running out of things to say, and so I'm like trying to think fast, and then my mouth just talks fast, and then I run out of things to say because I'm talking too fast.
Well, also, I don't think that you realize how good you did, because also, for one, that was Leather's first ever
Was my
long form,
it was-
like public video. Obviously,
Yeah.
you've done members only
Yeah.
plenty of times, but also we never had to do any retakes at all.
Yeah, we didn't do any retakes.
And I do have to do some retakes with the other guy I filmed sometimes.
Well, thanks, Em.
So you didn't have to do any retakes. That was a beautiful video.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what we do tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to figure out. Wait, is that the list I sent? No, I still have to figure that out.
Yeah.
So today I'm going to go through, on Wednesdays, what I've been trying to do is go through all of our red tanks and all of our blue tanks. So that is our tanks that have been on medication and our tanks that are currently in quarantine. That will be coming out of quarantine like tomorrow. And so I've been trying on Wednesday to go through all of those tanks, see if anything needs restarted on meds or see if anything is clearing quarantine. That way tomorrow when we do inventory, it's just easier to like work through that and get everything counted. But also it'll help us have an idea for what we're going to do the weekly walkthrough video on. So yeah, hopefully get to that later today. You sent me a question, didn't you?
Yeah, which I was also going to say if we can give them a sneak peek, because Lowell was talking about our sale that just dropped,
Yeah.
which is, what is it right now? Fish.
Yep.
So 25% off fish. It'll end some point tomorrow,
Yes.
but then stay tuned because we don't know what's coming. But something might be
Something
coming.
might be. I don't know
Something
what
might
it
be coming
is.
on a Fish Friday restock
Yeah.
email.
Yep.
Keep your eyes
Yeah,
peeled.
and
We
right
don't know.
now, we still have a little bit of opportunity for you to get your order shipped out before Christmas. So, we've been shipping a max of 65 orders every day. We did lower that for the 23rd, Tuesday of next week and the following week for the holiday shipping schedule. I think it's only 15 orders that we're doing on Tuesdays. But we do still have some availability for Monday and Tuesday for you to pick from for next week. So if you're trying to get something before Christmas, you do still have a little bit of opportunity until those fill up. Okay, well, let me take a peek at these questions.
They were also talking about the clip with Mark on the weekly walkthrough.
What about it?
Because I didn't get him in frame, and it was just like his shoulders
Because he's so
down.
tall.
Yeah, and they were talking about how tall he is, and Cody put something in the Discord, and Isaac was like, yeah, that just shows how tall Mark is. I'm like, actually, I think it shows how short me and you both
Yeah,
are.
it's both. It's both for sure. He's
It is
very
both at
tall
the
and
same
we are
time.
very short.
But also, it was nice having to film you because also I'm just right here.
Yeah.
I'm not up here. I'm not like angling
Yep.
up. It was really good.
All right. So Isaac asked, how's the Daphnia going? I remember you saying some of the ponds weren't doing so hot. Yeah, so in the was it last week's members only video that I touched on that a little bit? Yeah. So Rob and I are kind of a house divided on the Daphnia situation. He thinks water changes are good for Daphnia. I don't think they're good for Daphnia. So, you know, we're going to get a reset. We're going to get back to a good baseline, and then we're going to do some A/B testing. But basically, they were starting to stink. Specifically, there's like 1 or 2 ponds that keep like just having this cycle of stinking. And then our landlords come over and they're not loving it. Honestly, we don't love it either. Although I will say I think I'm getting a little nose blind to it.
I think we all are. I was like, it's really not as bad as it was a couple months ago.
No, it's not near as bad as it was a couple water changes ago, a couple months ago.
Same difference.
So basically, anytime it starts stinking, Rob and Mark are just like, water change. And I'm just like, I don't disagree that like we need to get a water change, but they're like, they'll let it go all day long. And for me, it's more of like we'll do like an hour water change when it's stinking and just keep it at that. So right before Thanksgiving, that happened. There was a long water change done on all 4 Daphnia ponds, and then all 4 Daphnia ponds were not doing good. And we had a Daphnia day sale right after that, so that wasn't good. I mean, we still had plenty of Daphnia to make it through all those orders because we just had a ton to begin with, but wasn't ideal. And so then they siphoned half of the bottom of those ponds. This is all while I'm gone.
I feel like looks worse than if they would have just left everything.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't for aesthetics, but I feel like it looks worse.
Yeah. And I don't disagree that it probably does need siphoned here and there. So I'm not in disagreement on that. But so that happened. They weren't doing great. I'm still trying to build them back up. But with that, we're trying to figure out like how to eliminate the stink. And so I noticed like, I don't know, a while ago that there's white residue that it gets at the bottom of these Daphnia ponds. And so I thought it was the yeast, to be honest. And so I started having them grind the yeast before we mix everything together, and then we grind everything again before we put it in our tubs or bag it up to be shipped. And so did that, and I think it helped, but there was still some white residue at the bottom, but like I still just thought it was yeast. So last week I started another Daphnia pond, which was supposed to be one of my scud ponds, but I haven't had time to really mess with that too much. So I put Daphnia in another one of those, and I made a batch of yeastless Daphnia food just to see how that does, like if the Daphnia still thrive, if it helps with the stink. So far it's not stinky, but there is white residue. And so now I'm like, okay, so the white residue is the flour that's in it. So still have to figure out what that looks like. I did notice like it looks a little moldy at the bottom with like where that flour is, which I had never noticed that in the other Daphnia pond. So I don't know if the yeast kind of like helped with that. I'm not a scientist, okay? If somebody knows, just let me know because I'm curious. But I will say the Daphnia seem to be doing okay. They're not like, you know, living their best lives like my ponds before, but it did take me a long time to get to that point.
Yeah.
But they don't stink. So we're going to keep the experiment going. And we'll see what happens with that. But
Donnie said, my Daphnia seem to hate water changes, but I could be wrong. I was like, we're thinking you're not wrong.
yeah, I'm thinking you're not wrong. I think they hate it. So the other thing too, and I mentioned this in the members only, is like when I first started taking care of Daphnia, sometime like almost a year ago in the back building, I was never told I was supposed to do water changes. That was just a piece of information that somehow didn't make it to me.
Yep.
And apparently they were doing water changes on like one pond a week, and just like rotating it. Well, for at least 3 or 4 months, I never did a single water change, no siphon, no nothing. And they were living their best lives. So that's another reason why I'm kind of like, I think less water changes are better. But hey, we'll see. Lowell asked, did anyone buy anything yesterday when the sale dropped? The sale didn't drop yesterday.
Lol, you got to be checking your emails,
Yeah.
man. Come on.
The sale dropped on Friday, but yeah, Friday was popping, Saturday was popping. We don't have like a ton of stuff left over after Black Friday, but there are the tanks that I forgot to mark.
Yeah.
So we have
You
extras
were
of
just
those.
saving it for this sale.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. It was strategic. But we do have some more stuff on the way. Yeah, the fish order I placed yesterday is actually the last one we can get for the whole year. So
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yep.
Donnie, did you get more toothpick fish? Yeah, so toothpick fish, we didn't get more. We just still have the 3 or 4 that are left. So if you want those, send us an email or a message on Discord or something so we can get those headed your way. And then Isaac asked how the scuds are coming along. They're not. So we had scuds in our one of our plant tanks, and I was trying to get them out of there. It honestly wasn't going that well. I threw some in one pond. I didn't feel like I got like a whole lot for like a good solid start, but I went ahead and put them in there, put some random food in there. Rob seemed like he thought they would be multiplying faster than they are. I didn't really know what to expect. So I never put more in any of the other ponds. And honestly, I haven't had time the last like week and a half to really check on them. But when I've looked, it doesn't look too promising. But, we have some people moves happening around here too, with all these new shifts in the business. And so maybe that's something that Alex can start helping with a little bit. So Alex came in and she was working on plants and snails. But she recently started learning how to do the husbandry on the fish aisles that I was doing. And so that was even before everything happened with Rob's family. And thankfully that was already in the works, because that kind of set the last week and a half up for better success, I guess. But so she's learning some of that. And then we also kind of had a hunch that Maria has a green thumb. She came in here when she first started. She had plants that she was getting cuts off of and sticking them in tanks and all this stuff. And you could just really tell she really loves, she loves plants. Not that she doesn't love fish, but she also loves plants. And at least in the time that I've been here, we haven't had somebody that was really knowledgeable about plants or had a passion for it. And so Rob and I were kind of talking about, maybe moving her to plants, and, maybe that looks like us getting to propagate more of our own plants. Maybe we can bring in some plants that we can't get from our normal supplier, but if we can just get in some of it and then start propagating it and have our own supply. And so last week we were down there in the plants talking about one of our tanks that hasn't been doing well. And she's really just getting in there and trying to figure out what's going wrong, and had an idea for a plant hospital tank, which is something we've kind of talked about before, but never made it happen. And so her and Taylor are down there. They got a propagation tank. They have a hospital tank. And so yesterday we mentioned that to the team, and I talked to her about it this morning. And so she's really excited to be able to take our plants to the next level. So I'm excited for that, and maybe start growing our mosses again. There was a season where we used to have a moss section, I guess, where we would try to grow mosses. I honestly don't think that was ever super successful.
Yeah.
But after talking to her today about moss and how she would grow it, it's different than that. And I was like, well, maybe we can set up like one of these trays that we used to use, and then also set up what she has in mind and kind of just test it and see, what works better. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I think that she'll do really great with it. She definitely has more knowledge about plants than I do, because I don't know anything about plants, to be honest, other than they're pretty and they help with the cycle in your tank. So that's exciting. Let's see what Em just sent me.
Isaac is really coming in clutch though with the questions today. I do appreciate it.
We love the questions.
Because he did ask what mosses did we used to carry.
So,
which I think we used to carry a lot more.
Yeah. I think the only one that I can think of off the top of my head that we don't have right now that we used to have, is it, dang, I was just looking at this earlier in the week. Let me actually just go to our website real quick and pull it up, because, so some of them we can get, it's just a matter of like, it would be better if we could just grow it ourselves and like not buy it from somebody. So, oh man, I didn't go to the right spot. It's not showing me the out of stock moss.
Well, right now it's showing that we have sold out of a spiky moss, hooker moss, and willow moss.
Okay, yeah, willow moss is the one I was thinking of. Yeah, okay, I'm on the page now. Yeah, so spiky moss, hooker moss, and willow moss, I think those are all ones that we can't typically get. I'll find out for sure whenever I do plant order.
She'll let you know tonight.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I know subwasser tang is one that we can't order. We have that in a ton of our tanks downstairs, and we got some from a local breeder, and then Chuck brings us some from his tanks at home. So we try. That's a slow grower, so that's one that's a little difficult, but it's one of our best sellers. Java moss, we have a good supply. We got Guppy Joe, although he did say that we're pushing the limits on his supply. So Christmas moss, Taiwan moss. So some of these, like we haven't, flame moss and peacock moss, I know we haven't had in a while, but Rob ordered them whenever he did our last plant order. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's some that we can get, but it would still be ideal if we could just like grow most of them ourselves. And then like just start propagating, like stem plants are a huge one that would be great for us to start propagating. Yeah, so that's the plant thing. Donnie asked, do you need help with scuds? I'm not an expert, but I'm free. Listen, I'll take any wisdom that you have to share. Let's see. Cody asking about if Rob looked over fish order. The fish order that I sent, is that what he's talking about?
I think so, yeah.
Rob did look over my fish order, and it was all approved.
He was asking for something special and expensive. He was hoping he could get slipped in there. Which,
so,
talking about special things getting slipped in.
What's the special
thing?
thing?
What we were talking about earlier.
What thing?
You don't remember?
No.
Me and Leather were joking that we were just going to take on
bettas.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. We're just going to start.
We weren't going to tell Rob. We were just going to order them. We were going to set up the racks. He was going to come back, and we were going to be fully ready to go. Yeah.
Yep. Dude, it is a little bit of a bummer because I do see that being, pushed back for the foreseeable future, at least until we can get, like, our team more situated and figure out the exact areas they're going to be in. But I kind of wanted to take care of that myself, but you can only do so much. Mm-hmm. And so at least if I have somebody else do it, at least we'll have them. Yeah. I don't know. That's a goal for 2026. It's still on my heart. Yeah, so the special fish, I was going to suggest you. Wait, what? What an arowana was and why they were so expensive to order. I don't know. Are they expensive to order? Are you asking me if or why? Maybe it's where they come from. I don't know. I'll have to like take a peek when I'm doing my next fish order and see like if they're on the places that we typically order from and how much they are.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just hard to find, or some of the fish that are more expensive are because they're just like not hardy fish. I don't know anything about that fish, to be honest, so I don't have any clear reason, but now I am curious to see how much they cost.
He said the minimum tank size for one is around 150 to 200 gallons. I think that's not fiscally responsible for us to order them.
What?
It's like a bamboo shrimp. If you guys watch our members only video tomorrow, each one gets 100 gallons to themselves.
Are they a big fish?
I think that's what he's saying, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so was he wanting us to get one for him, though?
I don't know. Maybe he was just asking about them. I only glanced at it. I assumed that he was asking for an order, but maybe he's not.
Okay. We need clarification, Luminen. Let's see. What other questions? Laura, I don't mind sending you trimmings if you go that route. I've got some common and not so common. Not enough to be a supplier, but enough to propagate. Hey, I'm down. Definitely for anything that we don't have, that would be really cool. Because it would be cool for us to get some cool new plants in. Like I know even in our bulk aquatic plant assortment, we order like an assort. We just order it as assorted. And like there's been some really cool plants that come in. And so I told Maria, I was like, make note of any cool plants you see in there because it'd be cool to get some new fresh plants in there. And then also with the plants, like Mark was asking me if we still use CO2, and I was like, no. Honestly, I don't know if it's been used at all since I've been here.
Yeah.
Turns out we have a CO2 tank. We have, I assume, he's made it sound like we like rent it or something, and they like refill it, or I don't really know how it works, but it's all set up for our plant tanks to have CO2, which I know that like we typically sell plants that don't need it.
Yeah.
That way they're beginner friendly. Mm-hmm. But in my understanding, again, I'm not a plant girl, is that even if they don't need it, they might do better with it. Mm-hmm. And so that's something that Maria might be able to tap into.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let me find my little list over here. I had to make myself notes so I know what to talk to you guys about, because a whole hour is a long time to chat without Rob.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, we can talk about what we have coming out of quarantine this week. So next week, good thing we don't have Coffee with Flip next week, because I don't have anything to talk about for import coming out of quarantine, because we didn't order anything this week. Let's just take a little peek. So it looks like, now I haven't been taking care of these tanks, so I don't know for sure, but I do get daily updates. So I kind of have a general idea if something's doing bad anyway. Mm-hmm. Some more Julie Corys. I think we have some of those, but that was one of the tanks that I didn't put on the report. We ordered another one. We sell a lot though, so it's okay. Pygmy Corys, Orange Venezuelan. I think we're actually sold out of Pygmy Corys right now, so that's another restock for you, Em, for any of your emails this weekend.
Hold on, let me make note. What was it?
The Pygmy Corys. CPDs, I honestly don't know on those. CPDs are notorious for not doing great, so I don't know for sure on those. But we have them. Hopefully they go back into stock. Peacock gobies, a green Hillstream loach. So Rob ordered a Hillstream loach, but it's not the one that we typically get. And it doesn't look like the Hillstream loaches we typically, because like the spotted and like the Borneo and the regular, like they all kind of, at least have the same body shape. This one does not even have the same body shape, but apparently it is a Hillstream loach. They'll probably end up going in adoption if I had to guess, but they're not doing too well. They actually have columnaris, so we are treating them for that right now. White cloud minnows, got some pandagaras, which I think we already have those. More pea puffers. Praise the Lord. Hopefully those are clearing quarantine because I think those are sold out too. Forktail rainbows. Actually, no, it's not that tank that's sick. We have one sick tank of forktails right now. But another one we have because I didn't put them on the list. Some spotted blue eye rainbow fish, some green cubes. I don't know about green cubes. They might be sold out. Dwarf emerald, some blue axle rod eye. Cardinal tetras. I think they're sold out. Dang, Em, you're going to have some good restocks for this week.
Yay.
Bosemani rainbow fish.
Am I going to actually get to do my email before Friday?
Yeah, because my goal is to look at all these today to see if they're going to clear quarantine. So, Bosemani rainbow, I think those might be sold out too. Orange mini crayfish also might be sold out. Looks like we got red racer snails in. I don't know how those are doing. I don't get updates on snails as much, especially ones that are fresh imports. But we might have put those back in stock last week because snails we don't quarantine for the full 2 weeks. Usually it ends up being a week because we don't put them in stock until we do inventory. Yeah, so that's what we have for import. We also got a lot of shrimp in last week, but those won't be going in stock until next month. But we do have cherry shrimp that are clearing quarantine, and I think one more, maybe assorted or something. We are definitely running low on Neocaridina right now. That is for sure. Let's see. Oh,
Emily was asking if we order today, we can expect delivery for the 23rd.
if you order today, yes, you can still choose delivery for, hold on, let me look at the calendar.
That is if it doesn't fill up, because we are limited.
Yeah, so if you order today and choose the 23rd for your delivery date, we will ship it on Monday. And then you can also choose delivery for the 24th, but there's like very limited availability left for that. I think we have a little bit more availability for delivery on the 23rd, but definitely limited. So yes, you can still get your order delivered next Tuesday or Wednesday if you order today. Wow, look at all these questions. You guys are the best. Okay, iMac asked, is there any update on Rob's situation? Is he just focused fully on helping with so it's an electric business, not plumbing. Yeah, he is mostly focused on that. So he's been here a couple times over the last week and a half. He'll be here today, I think. Mostly just making sure that I have the resources that I need to hold the fort down, answer any questions. So I think for the foreseeable future, I really don't have any idea on a timeline. He's basically going to be our sounding board if we need anything. And other than that, he's going to be helping with the electric business to make sure that that's set up for success. So he really wants to make sure that that continues running, obviously for his dad, but also for his mom because she works for the business too. And so he wants to make sure that she's taken care of. And so that is definitely his main priority right now. But we are still able to get in contact with him for anything that we need. So Isaac asked, how hard is it to breed pygmy cories? So I honestly don't know a ton. I will say if you are a member, go on our YouTube channel. We had was it a Aquarium Club meeting?
I think it was a Get Equipped with Flip. Are you talking about
yeah, it was
Eric?
Get Equipped with Flip. Yeah. We had Eric Bodrock on, and he was talking all about breeding cories. I do remember he made it sound like it's really not as hard as people think, but it is a little complex. Like he was talking about even like lowering the water level and like making them think it's a seasonal change that they would experience in their natural habitat. Yeah, I would say the biggest thing that I remember taking away from him was making the tank and the cycle and all of the lighting all of it as much as you can, like their natural habitat. I don't know what that is. But yeah, if you're a member, definitely go back and look at that video because it was really insightful, and he's a super smart guy. He breeds tons of cories. That's where you'll learn the most on that. Noah's Papa, can snails be kept in softer water? What is the lowest KH and GH for snails and Neocardina shrimp? You know, when we start getting into the nitty gritties like that, I don't feel super comfortable answering without Rob. I can tell you that we keep our snails in our tap water, so it's not a soft water. And I know that something that, like, just over the years that I've been here, people have asked if you can keep Caridina and Neocardina together. And while I don't know what the lowest is, I will tell you that Rob has said that you can get Neocardina shrimp to adapt and adjust to Caridina parameters, but they probably won't thrive. It'll be more of a surviving. So, like, you can do it, but it's not like the most ideal situation. But I definitely don't feel like I can tell you what the lowest is, because I haven't taken care of shrimp, to be honest with you. That's a whole different world. So I'm sorry. Donnie asked if I've hand-fed the peas yet. I have 3 left I got from my local fish store, and they're so scared. Wild caught, I'm sure. No, I haven't, especially with the chaos of the last week and a half.
Which, maybe we can do that in
a members only video. Yeah, it's such a good idea.
So we've been getting all the things during that time.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, well, and we'll make note of that so that we can do that next week on for members only video.
It's gonna be jam packed because I already have notes for next week's video.
We're trying to, like, also space it out because as we get ideas, because that way we don't run out of ideas ever. So I'll try that next week on members only video. Chef 6.6.6. Anyone have experience with no planaria product? I hear some ram's horn are hardy to live through. I don't have experience with it. I have heard Rob talk about it. I think it sounds like risky business.
We don't recommend, even though we don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but it seems risky to me. I mean, maybe somebody else in the chat has more input on that, but bladder snails might live through it. No, I don't know. I wouldn't feel comfortable telling you to give it a try. I know that for sure. Isaac is asking for an update on the tank behind me. A few people were wondering about the light. I zoomed out so we could show them. You can zoom out? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so if you want to show them him. Rob did get the light up on the tank. I think he brought that light from home. Isn't that what happened? It was just a matter of him getting it here to be able to put it up. So it is fully working. Hopefully, like, the plants on that side, because you can tell, like, over here they're living their best life. Over there, you know, they're not awful, but they're definitely not like this side. So the light is up. We did a full run through on this week's members only video. When does that go out?
That'll go out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, we did kind of an update on the list. I had never seen the list before.
I don't think actually technically they've seen the list, but the whole November club meeting, when I was editing the video, I compiled the list.
I see.
Which I can share the list in Discord if you guys really want to see it all laid out. But it's everything we talked about in November's club meeting on paper.
Yeah, I was not privy to the list. I had heard about it just from the chat. So we kind of went through figuring out what is done, what's not done, did a couple things on the list. So keep your eyes peeled for the members only tomorrow.
Isaac said it was very hard work to get that light back in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he got that done because I'm sure we could have figured it out, but I don't really.
So it's literally one bolt. You literally just replace the actual light that hangs down.
Oh.
And it's just a bolt that you unscrew, you take it out, and then you put the new
That's
one
silly.
in. And then probably plug it into the, yeah. But I do think it's funny because how long was that light out? Last year?
Quite a long time.
Can you guys let me know? Do you know how long? Because I think it's been out for like over a year.
Yeah. I mean, it shows.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking we need to add that to our members only list, is trimming those plants somehow.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy.
Although I do think it looks kind of cool when they go up to the top and they kind of lay, but I'm not sure that that's best for the plant either.
Yeah. Maybe it's good for the endlers, though. Do you think the babies hide up there? That's our floating plant.
We do have a ton of babies in this tank. I'm sure you can't see them on... Yeah, you definitely can't see them on the screen, but we have a lot of babies. Okay, let's go back to my list, see if I got anything else that I planned to tell you guys about. Let's see. No, see, this is my problem. I talk too fast. Well, this is a good opportunity for me to remind you guys about the Will. So every week we do a giveaway during this live stream. So make sure you go fill out the form that I just sent in the chat. And at the end, Em and I will pick some numbers. Well, actually, I guess I'll just have Em pick 2 numbers. And then we'll play rock, paper, scissors and see who wins. I did tell Will, though. He said he might be able to make it for Coffee with Flips after this week. And I, told him it's not happening. But I'm trying to get him to come in January.
Maybe Christmas Eve, Will come in and just do his own special by himself.
The Will with Christmas special.
Yeah, with his wheel next to him.
That's so silly. He's a good fella. He's funny, too. If you guys haven't seen the video with Will, somebody was posting it in the Discord. Him and Rob are basically just the same person, honestly. And they're hilarious together, and go find that link, because
I think that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Because I think that was like before I even knew, not that I really know how all this works now, but I think that was before I knew how any of it worked.
Oh yeah, so no, never mind. I'm gonna save that for a members only video. I'm gonna put that in my pocket.
Do you want me to make note?
Yeah.
Do you want to
telepathy? Do you know? It's the thing we talked about earlier.
Right before we started?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. See, the telepathy's working today.
Me and Emma have worked together long enough that we have the telepathy vibes.
Well, side noting from Flip Aquatics, I was talking to Faith the other day, and I was like, yeah, Faith, like how long we've known each other? And I was like, we've known each other 5 years. I was like, we're coming up on 6 years.
Yeah.
Which is the same for me and you. 5, 6 years. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
A long time. Doesn't feel like 6 years, though.
Also, man, I just want to brag on Faith. I think I did last week a little, too, when she was on here. But she is freaking killing it in this new role. So she took over Lexi's role. And, man, she is, like, foreseeing problems before they happen. And just the communication is top tier. And I've worked with Faith for, she was...
For 5 years.
Did she start in 2020 there?
Yeah. Okay. She started actually a little before me.
Yeah. So I've worked with her all that time. And, like, we always knew that Faith was a great worker. But she has taken it to the next level, let me just tell you. And I'm so grateful. Because she's making my life a little easier over the last week and a half, for sure.
Isaac said if our friendship was a child, they would be in school now. That's how you know it's a nice, maturing friendship.
Yes, that's how you know. Well, do we have any other good stuff in the chat? Holy cow, it's 11:50.
I know.
We made it to 11:50.
I know, and it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Man, thank you guys for all the questions, because I wouldn't have had enough to talk about for sure.
Yeah, for real.
Mostly because I talk way too fast, but it's tough out here, you know?
Can I slow down? I'll slow down the latency. I'll slow down everything on our end. If it's really grainy and jumpy when we start the new year, then you'll know why.
Yep. It's all because I can't just chill out.
Also, Laura was talking about trimming Val in her tank, and she said that she trims it 4 inches above the water level at an angle, which I think is interesting. So
4 inches above?
Yeah. I don't know if maybe, so it's got some wispies and everything. I think it was
Yeah.
above.
I
Let me
mean,
see if I can scroll back.
Yeah, 'cause-
above water level, the fish can still use it, but circulation isn't affected.
yeah, because it looks like some of them, which also I don't think this tank gets fertilized or anything, so there's that. But
Yeah.
some of the stuff that's kind of floating at the top looks a little rough.
Yeah.
So that's a little concerning.
Also, iMac, I think that he's referring to the whale episode. He said it's episode 29. He rewatched it last night. It's an amazing episode.
Yeah, I think he's the one that shared it. So I don't know. On Discord, they were talking about it. I think because Will was talking about potentially being here.
Yeah.
And he went and found it and shared it. Yeah, it's an episode, that's for sure. Jinx.
That was funny.
Well, how about we pick some numbers?
Let's do it.
Let me scroll down here.
Someone says, that's good to know. My valve's like a foot above water level if I pull it out of the water. I think ours is probably getting there. Maybe like 6 inches. It might be longer than that. Maybe like 8 inches. I don't think it's quite a foot, though.
All right. Are you ready for this? Okay, our range is 47 to 77.
50 and 70.
50 and 70. So, would you like to be the first or second number?
I'll be 50.
You'll be second?
I
or
said I'll
first?
be 50.
You'll be 50. Oh. Okay, you are Lolron.
Hey, Lowell! I just told Lowell that I'd make sure that he gets his text messages earlier next time time we do anything.
Next time. You know, whenever that's going to be. Okay, and 70. I am Dawn and Sharon Freilich.
Hey.
I feel like that. Have you seen that name before? I feel like that's a new one for me.
Yeah, I feel like it is too. Let me see if I noticed there. Oh, I don't see him on here. I was going to say if I recognize their profile photo.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here, guys. And thanks for hanging around while the girl gang holds down the fort. We did our best. We much appreciate all the help with the questions and stuff. But right now, it is time.
Yeah, how are we going to do this? Do I do it here?
Yeah.
So they can see me?
Yeah, where is my camera? Where's
Are we looking at each other or are we looking on the camera?
I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Dang it.
No!
Of course, Em would
The
win
funny
her
thing
very
is,
first.
I think Isaac told me earlier not to do rock. And I was like, okay, I'm doing rock. That one was for you, Lowell. I hope that you enjoy all the members only videos that you said you were watching. I'll send you a text message and we'll send you this. Maybe
Well-
if we have pygmy sunfish.
Well, if we have a picnic, does he want one?
Yeah, he was well, I think he was asking about them. I know that he has some.
Yeah, we just put some. Well, did I put it back in stock? We have some that if they're not in stock, they're going back in stock. Yeah, we have some in stock right now. So we can add those to your shipment if you'd like. But I'll email you. I'll email you about that. Okay, Em, do you want to come spin the wheel or do you want me to just spin it for you?
You can just spin it.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and throw her on.
Our featured guest, the Will. He couldn't
The
be
Will
here.
Cam.
He couldn't be here.
Because it's the opposite. It's the opposite. So now I'm showing off the...
Oh, I can't see the change yet. It's still on me. This is, he couldn't be here in person, so he's here on the wheel. Woo! See what we got. North Fin bundle. North Fin bundle, making note right now. All right. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with us and helping us keep the stream going.
Amen.
And for being here for our last Coffee with Flip of 2025.
Insane.
Yeah, that is crazy. Like, also, how is it almost 2026? That's
Crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
Well, my tummy is literally growling right now.
So
You just put that on the chat. Yeah, like, I can feel it. All right. Well, guys, if you're not part of our membership, why aren't you, first of all? But you should be. Join it here on YouTube. There's so many videos. Well, our members only videos. Those are fun. They're also a little more raw, I guess. You get to see a little more of the day-to-day and everything that goes wrong and what goes right. You get to see it first, usually. A little more chaos, a little more personality. And also, like, they have access to the Get Equipped with Flip, some of our old Aquarium Club meetings. There's just, like, a lot of really good information out there. Join our Discord if you're not on there. You don't have to be a member to join Discord, but you do get special access to some members-only channels. We have a lot of really, really smart, fun people on our Discord. And especially if you had a question that I didn't have an answer to, go ask them, because there's somebody on there that probably could give you more insight than I did. So thanks for hanging around. Stay tuned with us on our journey over the next however long. Keep supporting us, supporting Rob, even though he's not going to be around as much. He'll be back at some point. He'll be in and out. You guys will still see him occasionally. It just won't be as much as it was. Keep his family in your prayers. Keep us in your prayers as we hold the fort down while he is in and out. I hope you have a really great Christmas and New Year, since we won't see you until next year. Go buy some fish. You can still get those shipped out if you choose Monday or Tuesday for shipping next week. I think actually there's a possibility you could get Saturday delivery still for this weekend too. I don't know that for a fact, but you can check. Yeah, and make sure you sign up for our emails and texts so you know all the good deals that we have coming. We have literally every week we have some kind of something on sale. So make sure you're signed up for that. That's all I got for you guys this week. So, as always, God bless. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Bye.